So much for choosing K24 TV, and many thanks for joining us at this hour for K24 Newscast. We're coming to you live from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. My name is Bentura Komboka, and our sign language interpreter this afternoon will be Walter Asewe. And now, let's take a look at what's shaping our broadcast at this hour. The 2024 Kenya Primary School Education Assessment results now available on the portal. Kenya National Examinations Council officially releases the results. The Inspector General of Police tells the court that the abducted young Kenyans were not in police custody. President William Ruto in Accra witnessed John Dramani Mahama sworn in for his second term as the president. Welcome to the program. And Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja has failed to appear in court for the third time, opting instead to send his lawyer Paul Nyambondi. According to Nyambondi, the IG left his office to attend a security meeting of an undisclosed nature. Nyambondi requested the court to excuse the IG from the proceedings and grant him 14 days to record statements from the abductees who have resurfaced, arguing that the information gathered could aid in resolving the matter. Both the IG and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, Mohammed Amin, are named as respondents in the case seeking to put to an end the recent case of abduction. And now let's cross over live and listen in.
The mandate is that the IG comes to give information to this court. His presence is paramount in order for this right not to be derogated in terms of the victims. So Your Honor will be praying for 1 day maximum.
My Lord, if you permit me, I have an important revelation I would wish to make to the court.
Yes.
Thank you, my Lord. Perhaps before I make the revelation, I will be remiss on duty if I do not extend the very sincere gratitude of my client, the third petitioner, and his family, for the court having initially stamped its authority, perhaps a move that led to his reproduction. My Lord, my client has given me instructions to tell you that he indeed owes you his life. My Lord, on the revelation that I would wish to make before this honorable court, on the 6th day of January 2025, when my client was presented at Ngong Police Station, in my presence and that of my learned colleague Nicholas Karanja, my Lord, we had a conversation with the investigating officer.
Yes.
And we indeed have a meeting today at 2 p.m. at Ngong Police Station for the purpose of recording statements that may lead to assist the investigators in what they have invited you to do. For that reason, I will wish to fully associate myself with the submissions made by my seniors at the bar, senior counsels, and my colleagues, that to return here before you on Friday will be sufficient in the circumstance. In any event, my client, the third petitioner, still cries out loud for the court to help in the reproduction or the production of the seventh petitioner. That should be all from me. I thank you, my Lord. Thank you.
Okay, I think I've had good cross-section of views.
May I just have 30 seconds?
While advocates don't keep to 30 seconds. I'll give you exactly 30 seconds. Exactly 30. Yes, please proceed.
Thank you, my Lord. My name is K24.
Yes.
I associate myself with the sentiments that have been made by my colleagues on returning here on Friday for two simple reasons. The statements can be recorded anywhere in the country. It does not have to be in Nairobi. And the respondents are admitted that they have been going on with the investigations. So there is no need for giving them more time. And every day that the whereabouts of the 7 petitioners are known, the families are subjected to torture, cruel and degrading treatment. My Lord, that is a right that cannot be limited in any manner whatsoever under Article 25 of the Constitution. For those reasons, I request that we come here on Friday. Even at 2:30, we will be available.
And Deputy President Kithure Kindiki is currently at Kenyatta National Hospital, where he is inspecting the process of the Social Health Insurance Fund. The DP is accompanied by CS Health Deborah Baraza and SHA CEO Robert Ingarisa. Now let's cruise over and listen in.
We'll be here briefly because it's almost 1 o'clock, which is visiting time. In this place, there will be many people coming here. Let me take this opportunity first to thank the Kenyatta National Hospital facility, the premier health institution of our country. KNH forms a very, very important part of the history of Kenya. We appreciate the leading role that this hospital continues to play in offering healthcare and referral healthcare services to the people of Kenya from across the country. Over 100 years later, the hospital is facing a number of challenges, but I want to commend the leadership of the hospital and all the stakeholders who have worked so hard to make sure that this hospital remains what it should be, what it has always been, and that is the leading healthcare provider in the public sector for our country. This morning, I decided to come and spend some time here, and I did so because, as you're aware, the Kenya Kwanza government has a number of areas that we would want to see transformation in our country. Some of the areas for transformation are in the economic sector, where we are transforming a number of value chains. But one of the pillars and one of the key deliverable areas is healthcare. And there is a pillar for the actualization of universal health coverage and making healthcare accessible to all the people of Kenya. And that's why there were some changes that have been made. We have changed the law, we have changed the institutional arrangements for delivery, and we introduced Taifa Care, which now is housed under the Social Health Authority, SHA. And therefore, I was asked by His Excellency the President to come and assess the impact and the experience that patients and health workers are having under the new Universal Health Coverage Program under Taifa Care. I have been able to talk to patients. I've also been briefed by the leadership of the hospital and the health workers here. I've been able at least to go to the trauma center where we've patients who are on emergency care. I've also been to the maternity and also other critical care patients who have medical issues, like heart issues, kidney issues, and so forth and so forth. And finally, I've been able to see the now almost ready East Africa Kidney Institute, which is more or less complete and which is accessible.
And away from that, the Kenya National Examinations Council has officially released the results for the 2024 Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, KPSEA. This marks a significant milestone in the country's shift to the competency-based curriculum, CBC, as it replaces the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education, KCPE, after nearly 4 decades. Harriet Chimea has more on how parents can access the results.
The Kenya National Examination Council, NEC, has announced that results for the 2024 KPSEA have been uploaded on its competency-based assessment CBA portal. Schools that presented candidates were directed to access learner-specific reports by logging into the portal. Parents can view their child's performance on the CBA portal using the learner's index number and name. Those facing difficulties are advised to reach out to their respective schools for assistance. Last year, between October 28th and 30th, 1.3 million grade 6 learners across 35,573 centers nationwide sat for the KPSEA exams. These assessments focus on evaluating pupils' competencies and values in subjects like mathematics, English, Kiswahili, integrated science, and creative arts and social studies. This year's KPSEA significantly reduced the intense competition traditionally associated with national exams, as there is no longer ceremonies for releasing these results. Unlike the summative KCPE, the KPSEA uses a transitional system. Learners are assessed across grades 4, 5, and 6, with school-based assessments contributing 60% of their final score, and KPSEA accounting for the remaining 40%. The assessment model aims to ensure a more holistic understanding of learners' skills. In line with the CBC approach, no learners will be ranked in the results. All candidates will transition to grade 7, which remains within their current primary schools. The 2024 KPSEA also marked the first year of this CBC milestone, replacing the KCPE, which had been in place since 1985. Harriet Chimea, K24.
And members of Parliament are set to resume their sitting next week after the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, issued a notice for a special sitting. According to the National Assembly notice, the sitting shall commence on January 16 at 10 a.m. for the morning session and 2:30 p.m. for the afternoon session. The recall has been occasioned by the nomination of new cabinet secretaries last month. The nominees include former Health CS Mutai Kagwe for the Agriculture docket, former Nakuru Governor Lee Kinyanjui for the Trade docket, and former Kiambu Governor William Kabogo, who was named to handle the information portfolio. Moving on, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has pledged to establish youth hubs across the country, modeled after the Swahili Port Hub, to help young people harness their talents and earn a livelihood. The Deputy President emphasized the importance of empowering the youth through various initiatives. He also committed to assisting Swahili Port Hub in acquiring land to expand its operations. On his part, Swahili Port Hub founder Mohamed Nur revealed plans to secure 20 acres of land to build a stadium and a large hub aimed at transforming the lives of many young people while creating job opportunities.
We are going to take Swahili Port Hub, as the model and best case example of a successful ICT hub because of the ecosystem that it has created here beyond digital jobs, to provide mentorship, to provide incubation on innovation and tech startups and so forth and so on.
Sisi kama Swahili Port tunaangazia sasa, tumeomba 20 acres we hope we will be able to get it. We were targeting at the EPZ area, ama ile ya Meritini, either national government ama county government. We want to build a model community center for Africa. We will be able, we already have partners. One of the things that we want to build in that is a stadium, because a stadium pulls these young people. We use sports to pull young people. And once the young people come in, we give them options. So our hope, and we hope we'll do it in the next 3 years, to build a community center, a youth center that will be, the whole of Africa will be proud of.
Waomba vijana wa Mombasa, huu mtandao ambao mnasaidiwa kuutumia hapa, utumieni mtandao vizuri. Utumieni kwa mambo mazuri. Tumeona wenzenu wanatumia mtandao vibaya, wanatukana viongozi, wamejikosea heshima, wakishikwa wanalia, si ni kweli? Lakini ukimtukana baba mwenzako unataka mtoto wake asikie vizuri? Haiwezekani, sawa? Na najua vijana wa Mombasa mnaheshima sana kwa sababu you have Mentor 001.
You know, there are some people who are attempting to keep us busy. Watu wanatupaka-paka, wanataka tupakane-pakane. Sisi tuko job. Sisi tuko wapi? Job. Na mtu akisema yeye ako na vijana, hata sisi pia tuko na vijana wetu. Si hivyo? Si namna hiyo?
You're watching K24 Newscast, and at this point we take a short break here and we'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Are you a church and seeking to reach an even bigger congregation? K24 TV and Kameme TV are offering you an opportunity to grow your gospel and expand the territories of your church fellowship. Book your slot today. Call Fred on 0722 475102. 0722 475102.
Have you watched K24?